Games like Flappy Bird thrive based on their gameplay ideas. Others impress with their graphics instead. Here, we'd like to introduce you to the wonderful world of mobile games on iOS and Android platforms, so that you can simply have to see it to believe it. Hey everyone, I'm Sarah here, and today on Android Tools, we're going to be counting down our top picks for the top 10 best high graphics Android and iOS games of 2021. So without further ado, let's get started! Starting off at number 10, we have Ace Racer. Ace Racer is the new car game developed by NetEase, where you participate in a racing festival, kind of like the one in the Forza Horizon saga. And in this fantastic futuristic setting, you'll try to make the most of each car as you whip around tracks that weave through the city. Ace Racer's graphics are so good, you'll be blown away from the outset. This is such a well-designed game, you'll wonder if you're playing it on your smartphone or your PC. First, customize your driver, then enter the festival and complete missions. The game includes tons of cars that you can unlock as you play, all of which are designed with amazing attention to detail to further immerse you in the races ahead. Before we continue, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends! Raid is a massive free-to-play RPG both for mobile and PC with hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 500 champions blessed with unique skills for you to build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. And there's an amazing new legendary champion in-game right now that some of you may recognize. It's Ninja! I mean, just look at how badass he is. He's got a katana, a bow, and an arrow, and he controls both ice and fire. It's honestly one of the best looking character designs I've seen in any game. He hits super hard and he's awesome against pretty much any boss in the game, especially the spider or clan boss. Personally, I think Raid is one of the most demandable RPGs you'll find on mobile nowadays. This game is amazing, it's addictive, and the graphics are beautiful. Just look at how cool these locations are. This is my favorite one so far, and Raid's got a non-stop schedule of summer events and activities too. We're talking about special fusion events, 5 more brand new champions, and much, much more. So guys, Ninja's available for free right now, so everyone can get him, but he's only going to be available until October 15th. He's a super limited edition champion, and once that day comes, you'll never be able to get Ninja again, so you really want to start playing soon. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get an epic hero Chonru, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. Moving on to number 9, we have the Fifth ARK. This is a fun action game with hints of role-playing where you play one of the survivors of a zombie apocalypse. Your goal is to complete different missions where you'll normally have to destroy hundreds of undead. One of the best things about the Fifth ARK is the huge number of heroes available to recruit. When you start a new game, you have to choose a character from 3 possible options. However, as you complete missions, you can unlock tons of additional characters that you can use in future challenges. The missions also provide tons of variety. You'll find escort missions, missions where you get to drive a vehicle, and missions in completely open settings. Coming in at number 8, we have Equestrian the Game. Equestrian is probably the most interesting horse game currently in development. Now, this is a horse riding game where you have to take the reins of a horse stable to care for and train each animal. This entertaining title gives you the chance to compete with each horse on numerous tracks around the world. In the game, you also want to have the best jockey possible to take advantage of all the strengths of each animal. And during each race, you'll have simple controls for you to use to control your stallion. You have tons of elements to enjoy exhilarating horse races. Increase the strength, speed, and performance of each animal, and do your best to come in first every race. Next up at number 7, we have Starlit Kart Racing. This is a Mario Kart style racing game where you're in complete control over each of the characters from the popular platform adventure game, Starlit Adventures Bo and Kiki. Your goal? To cross the finish line first, no matter what. The control system is very well adapted to tactile devices. On the left side of the screen, there's direction buttons for moving to each side, and on the right side, there's a button for braking and skidding. By default, your car always accelerates full speed ahead. It has a nice single-player campaign mode that features over 120 different tracks, set in 8 different scenarios.
Yeah, that's right.
Down to number 6, we have Secret Neighbor. Secret Neighbor is an ever-growing multiplayer social horror game set in the Hello Neighbor universe. Free to download and play, your group has one goal: sneak around the house collecting the keys in order to unlock the basement door. The only problem is, one of you is the neighbor, a traitor in disguise. Now, if you're playing as the intruders, then cooperate with your teammates, stay together, or tactically split up. Use your perks and abilities and drop that basement door locks one by one. Now, when you play as the neighbor, you have to stop the intruders. Use your disguise to gain their trust, set up traps, and dispose of those pesky intruders one by one. Convince your friends someone else is the neighbor and let the witch hunt begin! Moving on to number 5, we have Punishing Grey Raven. Now, Punishing is a spectacular action RPG that turns you into humanity's last hope once again. Now, we're talking about a video game that's full of the most vibrant battles and with fantastic and sleek visuals. Action in Punishing is very similar to that of the very best hack and slashes out there. You can move freely through beautiful 3D settings thanks to the free camera and the left virtual stick too. There are the typical attack and dodge buttons, but your special skills only appear if you manage to deliver several strikes in a row. Dodging enemy attacks is one of the best things you can do, because if you do so at the right time, you can enter a slow motion mode, similar to that in Honkai Impact 3rd. Next up at number 4, we have XCOM 2. XCOM 2 is a port of the continuation of the well-known tactical strategy with elements of a role-playing game from Feral Interactive. After a long war, the aliens took over the Earth and established full control over humanity. But not everyone agrees with the current world order, and somewhere on the periphery of cities, detachments called XCOM are emerging, which are ready to resist foreign invaders. You have to lead the resistance and fight with powerful alien creatures that pose a hunger danger to humanity. Prepare your troops of heroes who are ready to do anything for the sake of victory. Customize your characters, buy new equipment, and improve their skills. Coming in at number 3, we have Marvel Future Revolution. This is an MMORPG that combines traditional elements from both action games and open-world games. The result is an action-packed title where you'll be able to move through huge settings with total freedom, alongside other players. You'll be able to play both with friends and with other random players. It's these special abilities that make the game so much fun. Each one of the characters in the game has completely different abilities from the others. With Captain America, for example, you'll play in a totally different way than with Starlit or Spider-Man. You'll need to master your best skills in order to emerge victorious from the most challenging confrontations. That could be a problem. Next up at number 2, we have Modern Assault Tanks. This is an action-based multiplayer game where you can command some of the most famous World War II tanks. Your aim? To destroy your enemies before they destroy you. The gameplay is very similar to the world of tanks. Several players fight in teams in large open scenarios while trying to capture strategic areas and kill as many enemies as possible. You'll find more than 100 different tanks that belong to different belligerents of World War II. Each has its own unique aspects and, of course, its own attributes. You can also upgrade your tank's technology as you play. Overall, this is an outstanding game in terms of gameplay and graphics, though you'll need to be connected to the internet to play. And finally, at number 1, we have Crossworlds. Crossworlds is a role-playing game based on one of the most popular franchises in the world of RPGs, created by Level 5 and Studio Ghibli. This official Ni no Kuni MMORPG is notable for its cel-shading aesthetic that has characterized the saga of beautiful video games launched on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and PC. The story has been specially created for this new installment of the franchise, and players have been invited to participate in the VR game beta that lets them dive right into the anime world of Ni no Kuni. After escaping a dangerous battle, you have to discover everything about this strange world while you share the experience with real players from around the world. And that's everything we've got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please leave it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this one. Once again, I'm Sarah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!